Hey y'all, so I know Tristan and I have said this multiple times, but seriously, this process is not for the faint of heart. So what's been going on is we haven't been at a standstill, but we've had to do priming and prepping and all that stuff we told you. So it's been weeks since that's been going on, since that's happened. So I've been taking my Omnitrope, my Cerevital, and my standard process, my endocrine pack, and everything else. So I'm taking like, I don't know, 30 something pills a day, vitamins a day, I don't know, something crazy. And then my shot in my stomach every night. So I haven't had a menstrual cycle in 2 months, actually. Being very transparent, I have not had one since January. I don't know if the stress of internally, the stress of the failed cycle affected me and then all of our travel, but in February and March I did not have one. Finally now, I had one that started last night, luckily, so that's a great thing. The issue now is contacted our clinic to go ahead and set up appointment for our baselines, and they're booked and they only have one scanner. So they were going to put me on the schedule for tomorrow at 10 a.m. and they had to call me back and tell me that we only have one person, so we can't put you on the schedule. So you either have to reschedule for Monday at a time that just did not make sense. It just doesn't make sense for either of our schedules. We're not going to do that stress. Take birth control and come back in 2 weeks, basically. Or take some progesterone and estrogen. So that's where we are. We went with option 2. So I got to pick up birth control and take that until the 18th. Today is the 6th. So it's a lot of frustration just because my reserve is low and I'm trying to do everything, y'all. Like, in addition to all the shots, pills, all that stuff, we also have been on a no grain diet, which is very, very, very difficult. Look that up. Yeah, so you could probably hear the frustration in my voice a little bit, probably see it in my demeanor. I'm very happy that we're able to get an appointment. I'm very, very ecstatic that I had a menstrual cycle start. I'm nervous about this putting me on birth control for it to come back, especially when I didn't have one for 60 days. So, but we'll see. They're the professionals, and that's what we're gonna go with. But that's where things are at. Tristan is in a meeting right now, but I just needed to holler at y'all, our family, and let you know what's going on in real time. Real feelings, real situations, because it's a process, and there are people, don't get me wrong, that are having it way worse than we are. Like, we've only had one failed cycle. Pray to God it's our only one. We've had some different delays and things. Yes, we have the news of a low ovarian reserve for me, and things like this happening, and lack of communication early on. But there are people that we're still blessed, because we know that what we're going through is nothing compared to what a lot of people are going through in this fertility process and situation. So yeah, also while I'm getting my act together and recognizing all my blessings, this does also work out in the regard that I'm going to be lined up with Tristan's cycle. So that helps a lot, because this time we're both going to do a retrieval at the same time, basically, a couple days apart, because you need someone to drive you and take care of you. But yeah, so that helps on flight. And then when we go back again, it'll be the transfer. So we might just stay out there for the transfer. If we it depends on the egg count and all that stuff and quality, and if we do a fresh transfer, frozen transfer. But frozen transfer does have greater probability than a fresh transfer, specifically because of me, basically. So, but that's a blessing that we are lined up, because we were hoping my body did that naturally, and then the next day my body was like, oh hey, let's go ahead and get this menstrual cycle today. So that part's a blessing. That helps a lot in aligning us up. So hopefully Tristan's body, it does work like clockwork, so I'm pretty sure we know exactly where she'll be come the 18th when I go on my appointment. So got to throw that blessing in there too.
All right, babe, it's our last acupuncture appointment before we start our baselines. How you feeling?
Oh yeah, I feel good. I feel prepped and primed.
Prepped and primed.
I wish there was a pause. A lot of needles for a while, but
right. She's gonna come in. We're gonna do our last one before we get started, and then we'll be back to finish it up next week. So we'll show you all the needles for the day, but they're not in just yet. Yep, so we're all set. The box for, this is Natasha, the box for the round 2 of reciprocal IVF has just arrived, and it's packed full of goodies. Same stuff you saw first time around for the most part. Bunch of gonal, bunch of Menopur, bunch of needles, bunch of pills, instructions, and do not discard. And then we got the one thing that needs to be refrigerated that's in here. So yeah, just wanted to show you what we got. All right, y'all, so we're back again. We are on day 1 of cycle 2, which is baselines. Me and Natasha are both doing this second part, and so they've actually separated us in 2 different rooms. They said they want to make sure that they can focus on one of us at a time, and so we're in 2 separate rooms, and I'm here on the table getting ready for them to do sonogram or something or another. Ultrasound I think is what I'm about to get. And so yeah, I'm in here by myself without my babe. I don't like that, and I don't like that I have to miss hers, but you know, it is what it is. Just happy to be in the second cycle, like doing something. Like this past month of just like getting ready and prepping for stimming was boring and irritating because it felt like we weren't actually doing anything. So I'm happy to be back in the offices, unfortunately getting my blood drawn every 6 seconds and having my coot newt caressed by strangers. So here we are. Thank y'all for joining us again. Reunited and it feels so good. Reunited and we understood. Yeah, my baby back in here. She missed me, but I get to see her.
Yeah, now I'm just waiting.
Wishing.
Looking like a fool with my pants on the ground.
With your pants on the ground. Stupid. You are dumb. All right.
Baby, come on, because this is like a 5-minute situation.
It really is. It takes 2 seconds. Just come on in here, measure this thing, and get me up out of her.
We just got home from our appointment, and somebody is hella excited to get their boxes. She immediately ran out here so she could get her box. I hear her down here struggling. Let me get the door. Yeah, she got a lot because she doing both, so. I think that box is mine, though.
It says Rush Perishable Insulated.
Oh, okay. Then they yours. My package might be in the mailbox.
Oh my goodness. Well, maybe it is yours. I don't know. It's cold though.
No, it's yours. It's not mine. What I have is some shirts. They better not have my shirts in no damn perishable box. Yeah. Med.
Ooh, this one melted completely.
Yeah.
So now we got something when we need to travel.
Yeah, we do.
And we need to carry something cold. All right.
Oh, yeah.
So we got all the same stuff, but I got some extras because I got meds for both the retrieval and the transfer.
Your undercarriage meds.
I'm not looking forward to that.
No?
What's this pink? Oh, this is just
some more needles, right?
Yeah, they just look different the last time.
Yeah, so.
Yay, guys.
We in this thing. Cycle 2 is on.
Will it be pink or will it be blue?
Cycle 2 is on the way. This one keep peeking in my room. She don't want to be in her own room. She want to be in the same room as me. They getting her room ready right over there.
I'm getting ready right here. But I want to be right here. I don't like this.
It's okay.
Hi.
Hi.
How you?
Go to your room, ma'am.
No. Alright, I guess I'll come over here and get ready. It's not fair.
Finally got Tris off to her room, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this little 5-minute exam knocked out, because that's all it is. It's gonna check our follicles, and they did blood work already, and then we'll be back in 2 more days. So y'all know the routine. We're not even gonna hold you this time. We running it through.
All right, I'm on the table, getting ready for them to come on in whenever they get a chance. They're probably gonna do one of us at a time, which is stupid to have us in different rooms. If you're gonna do one at a time anyway, you might as well just let me be in there with my wife. But whatever. Anyway, I'm just being a brat. Oh, how cool. I know it's just follicles, but that's still...